Hey, we are in the season of giving, and what we call here at John O. Scott is living life as a contribution. We're having a conversation today about making magic happen, and specifically holiday magic. Are you ready? Let's go. Well, hello and welcome to Talent Talk. We are just excited to be here during this season. I feel like this is just a season of giving. One of the things that we do is we talk about living life as a contribution. And in that line, I am so honored. As you can see, joint services support. So we have a couple of special guests and we go back a little ways. So I want to introduce not in any particular order of importance, but Deb Discolo. She is the lead military and family readiness specialist, and also Chaplain Joe Ellefson, and he is the state family programs director for, and we're saying for joint services support, or is this for now? Okay, all right.
Yeah, this is for the Washington Army National Guard.
Washington Army National Guard. So we're just so excited that you're here. There are some big things that you guys are doing that you do every year. And we're going to talk in particular and focus a little bit on one of the things that is coming up here very soon that you guys do a ton of preparation for, and we've been honored to be a part of in the last few years. And that is called Holiday Magic. And so I'm just going to open it up to you a little bit. And if you want to share, a little bit about who you are and what holiday magic is, that would be so amazing. And you have the floor. I don't know which one of you wants to start. So let's go.
So the joint service support, it's a lot of programs are under one roof that support the Guard in terms of readiness, family readiness, resiliency, even recruiting, and all those things. All these programs touch on those things in order to lift up the Army Guard family. And also we service reserves, and we service veterans, and at times we do even help the active duty out. So that's who we are. There's probably about 13 programs or so underneath this hub here. And we're probably getting more in the near future, but we directly support those members in the Guard. So, and Holiday Magic been around for a good number of years, way before probably I even joined the Guard. I would say it used to be in small little hubs throughout all of Washington. And then in 2007, Deb actually was the one that named it Holiday Magic, and it really started to grow from there. And so now, we have Holiday Magic here at Camp Murray. We also have Holiday Magic over on the east side at Yakima and Spokane, and some various other places like Vancouver and stuff too, where we have some outsides. They're like mini JSSs outside that are manned by our MFers. So it's been a great tradition. It continues to grow every year, and it's all thanks to the support that we get from the community, like people like you, and the community partners that we've built up over the years.
Awesome. Okay, so holiday magic. So it's like we're building up. What is holiday magic, and what's the mission? So talk to us about what this holiday magic is.
Well, the mission is, again, so we want to help the people that can't help themselves during these times, right? I mean, Christmas, Thanksgiving, we do another event in Thanksgiving called Turkey Drop, where we gave away how many turkeys?
125.
We gave away 125 turkeys for families that are in need of a meal, right? So as we're trying to feed the need, but also use the resources that we have here to help them, so that maybe next year they don't have to come back and to get toys and stuff, because now they're sustained. Like we found them a job, right? Or we help them put their resume together so they can find a job, or we got them connected with a PFC, personal financial counselor, right? Or maybe we got them a grant just to kind of limp them along, because sometimes people just go through hard times, especially during the holiday season, right? So we're just here as an extra support for the community around us, but we also want them to be able to help themselves with the resources that we have. So when they come through the line, they also come through our resource tables before they come and grab the toys and stuff for the kids. So it's a way of interacting with our community, but also providing those resources that can hopefully help them along the way, so that they don't have to come to something like this in order to have to buy toys or have to get toys for their kids, when they can just go get it on their own.
Yeah, that's really cool. And we've talked about this before, and that you're exactly where, in regards to asking that question about specifically holiday magic. So basically there's toys and things that have been donated for families that for the children. So the families, actually the parents or the guardians, or their families come in and they get toys to take home to their children. And there's whether they're stocking stuffers, and you guys have some big items also that get donated as well. But in the meantime, you said they come through the resource. So they're there because there's a need, and the need is being filled, especially so that the families can have a great Christmas. But the reason why they're there is mainly because there's some type of financial need, or there's some type of, so one of the things that you guys do is you resource them so that they don't have to have that need in the future, right? So you mentioned some, and I think that is just that's so good, because it's you're not just putting a Band-Aid, you're actually applying some healing, and you're basically helping to cure the problem and provide some healing. So I think that's so good. And you touched on some of the things. So can you kind of give an idea of some of the, you said some of the resources, but can you reiterate what kind of resources are being provided at the event as well?
Yeah, so we'll have resource tables such as, actually, maybe you can speak to this a little bit better.
So the education office will be there discussing education. We'll have a program called Work for Warriors that will be going over the employment piece for themselves or someone within the family. We'll be having personal financial planners that the chaplain had mentioned to be able to go through, help them out with a budget, get them better established. Pretty much anything under the sun that we can think of that we can bring in, TRICARE resources. And we also discuss state benefits. So we really do want to give them a leg up, and we want to get them in a better spot for next year.
That's really good. That's really good. So you mentioned that you've been doing this since before you started, Chaplain Ellefson, and we had a conversation, and you've been in for 20 plus years, 23 or something like that, right? A long time. Yeah. And so do you, any broad idea of, how many, and I know this is a whole state thing that you're doing as you're on both sides of the mountain. Like, so how many people have been helped over? Any idea of how many people have been resourced?
So, I mean, the stats that I've been given was originally it was about 30 kids when it first started a year, and then that's grown over to 2,200 kids a year. So I guess if you do rough math, you're probably looking around 25,000 children over the past 2 decades that have been helped, and families that have been helped through this. And I would love to have the stats on, the people that came in and got those resources. Like, did they ever have to come back again, or how many times did they came back? That'd be a good stat to have. But as for right now, yeah, we've had a good amount of families come through.
Wow, that's amazing.
It's not just toys that they're coming in to get or the resources. They're also going to be getting a holiday meal to take back as well.
Okay. And I was going to ask about that, because I know that we were there, and I remember there were hams or turkeys, or there were things that were being packed and being provided as well. So you're not only providing the toys, but also a holiday meal for those families as well. Now, how do families find out about this? Like, who's eligible? Are there specific requirements? How does that work?
Yeah, so your traditional guard, or even your AGRs, your veterans, your reservists, and then depending on the person, if they're active duty, it's case by case that we allow in and to participate in this program. So it's pretty open to a wide population of military families.
Okay, so if there's a military member that's watching this right now, and they're just in a space saying, "Gosh, I really need some help. This sounds good," and they'd have to fit into just being a veteran. It's not necessarily based on which branch they're in. They just reach out to their commander, or who are they reaching out to find out if they can be a part of this, if they're interested?
And Davina, that we're self-referral. So we really leave it upon the soldier or the family member. If they say they need assistance, then we're there to give it.
Okay, that's great. So we'll be able to provide, is this a space where we can actually provide some information? Like if they really need assistance, they can actually reach out, and we can have maybe a phone number or something that we can get at the end of the program, or they can contact us, or what would we say regarding that?
An email that I can make sure that you have. So you can put that email out. Anyone that is interested, as far as being able to apply, they can send an email to that. We have a WA family program events@gmail.com.
Okay.
If anyone has any questions, or if they're interested in doing any donations, we would love if anyone is doing donations or anything like that, they go through you. We literally patchwork these events together. We don't do direct donations to our location, but you guys bring the resources in. So we have a ton of community partners coming in to help out.
Okay, awesome. And can you say that website one more time for us?
Yes, it's WA and then FAMILY EVENTS@gmail.com.
So WA Family Events.
Oh, I'm sorry, program events.
WA Family Program Events. I was like, I wrote it down the first time. I was like, oh, I heard that word in there. So WA Family Program Events at gmail.com.
Yes.
So we have that at WA Family Program Events at gmail.com. So if you are a military member or veteran and you want to just learn more about this program, send an email and you will get a response. And then also, if you are an individual or an organization that also is interested in participating in helping to just further the reach, then definitely send that email as well.
And we'll connect them to our nonprofits that are collecting, or John L. Scott.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it definitely feels good to give back. And I know that you got Deborah, I want to talk to you specifically, because I remember it was a couple of years ago. Christy was there as well. And we were all tearing up. Like, we were literally in the room, we were talking, and we couldn't even, because there are so many amazing stories of families that are helped through this. And as you said, Chaplain Ellefson, that, if there's 2,200 kids a year, like that's tens of thousands of kids over the years that have been assisted by this. So, and I'll start with you, Deb, and then maybe Chaplain, you can also, but for you personally, like, you see this, you're here at this event, you see the families, you see the resources that come in. Like, what does being involved in this really, personally mean to you?
It's very rewarding. It's really nice to know that we're giving the families a leg up to where they're going to be in a better spot next year. And we don't allow any kids at this event. This is the one event that we say no kids. We really want to let the soldier or that family member be the hero or Santa Claus, whatever they believe. We really want them to come in to get those gifts, and then mom and dad are the ones that the kids are looking to whenever they wake up, on Christmas morning. So it's very rewarding.
Good. Chaplain, any input on that, or ditto?
Yeah, pretty much ditto. I think everybody in this building who does this type of line of work, we're always set out to help people, right? To better themselves, because probably at some point in our lives we were helped by someone else, right? So we're just
Yeah.
trying to carry it forward through the programs that we have here, and this just happens to be one small facet of what we do here each day.
Yeah. So this is so good. So specifically, are there any needs, if you are going to be continuing this program as you have, what are some of the things that, like, the staples or the things that you guys need to keep it going?
Organizations such as yourself coming forward. This is literally a patchwork quilt kind of an event. We bring in, all the resource providers, and this is literally, if all of these resource providers had separate events, we literally facilitate it under one umbrella. So we bring in a multitude of nonprofits, from Operation Homefront, American Legion, VFWs, AUSA. All of these organizations are a part of this. So we're just doing it under one umbrella, one spot, and we're all working hand in hand to be able to do the better good and to get the soldiers and the families on a better spot.
Good. So it's the team of different individuals banding together and working collaboratively for one goal, right?
Absolutely.
So that's good. All right. Well, what are you guys looking forward to? Like anything special or anything that you guys are absolutely looking forward to this year? I know we've gone through a couple of years of COVID, and is this going to be different from any of the other years, or what is it that you're excited about?
Well, I'm just excited that I get to be here for Christmas because I was in Kuwait last year.
Oh, wait. Hello, right? Oh,
So.
yes. Home.
Can't top that.
Right? Awesome. Well, you know what, as we are wrapping up, so, time is of the essence. So if you're listening, and also want to just thank our viewers, if you're on whether you're on Facebook, on YouTube, if you're going through any of our podcasts, LinkedIn, definitely like us, lean in. If you are interested in participating, whether it be this year or even next year, because planning starts early, I assume, please reach out, Family Program Events at gmail.com. If you missed that, feel free to message us. The event is coming up soon. It's going to be December 14th and 15th. So time is of the essence if you're interested in seeing if you can qualify, if you're that family member or personnel, or if you want to join in and see how you can support and give, definitely reach out. So any last words, you guys, before we wrap up today?
I just really appreciate you giving us time to have this platform and to get our programs out there. We try to take advantage of everything we can because we want to help as many people as we can. So really, thank you very much.
No, thank you. And Amanda Rainey, our agent out of our DuPont office, is leading the charge this year for us. And she did last year as well, coming out and volunteering. And so we will look forward to seeing you out at the spot this year.
Inside this year.
What'd you say?
Inside this year, which will be nice.
This year. Hallelujah, right? Hallelujah. So yeah, definitely looking forward to it. And we just thank you guys for doing what you do and continuing that and going above and beyond for our military families. And thank you so much for your service as well. So we appreciate that. So we are going to close out. And what we do before we close out, do you know what 2 words we say before we close out? Do you guys have a hint?
What was it? I don't remember.
Oh my gosh, come on. It's something that you guys are doing, and you do it year in, year out, and every day. It's two words, and it's be bold. It's being outside of our comfort zone. It's thinking of others, how we can just move the needle forward in the areas and the things that matter in life. And you guys are living that right now. We talk about living life as a contribution and being bold, and you guys are hitting that button hard. So thank you so much. And so on three, if you would count down 1, 2, 3, or count up 3, 2, 1, you do that, and we're gonna say be bold, and then we're gonna close it out. You guys want to do it together?
Sure.
Okay. So that you guys are on the same thing, say 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna say be bold. All right.
All right.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Be
Be
bold.
bold. Yes. We'll see you later. Thank you.
Thank you.